Alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is a community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
They do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch, indeed, a child shall lead them.
To buy our merch.
Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener.
We have Alliance picks tonight. It is Alliance night. Unfortunately, I have a lingering cold. Vincent, do you have a cold yet? Or did it skip over you?
Like, what do you mean? I had a cold all last week.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What are you talking about?
Okay. So right now we have lingering colds, but here we are for the Alliance streams because the show must go on. Okay, so we're going to do one song on both channels. And then we're going to shut down the Vin and Sori channel and then jump over to the Vin and Sori live channel or the Rumble channel, whichever one suits your fancy. I guess if you're on X, you can just stay right there. But we've got a 5-song lineup from 2 different alliances. So prepare yourselves for a night. Of course, you know, how can I say that? I have no idea what these songs are going to be. But I'm assuming.
We're making assumptions.
Yes.
I think we're in 4K. I think. So let us know how that goes. The flow of the channel. And having said that, let's go. Well, let's go right into it. Let's start. Are you on the Trello thing? Isn't there some sort of introduction or something we read?
All right. So the first one is Rock of Ages Roots Revisited. Blues winner, which is from a band called Muddy Waters. Got My Mojo Workin'. That's the name of the song. All right. Misery Biz comment on this one saying what?
Archero. Don't let her do any, schmocaine. See what I'm saying? You get me? You understand what I'm saying?
I believe.
Archero is saying that his boss, Mr. Wallace.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, right.
See what I'm saying? Don't rub her feet.
Yep. Stay out of that situation.
And don't let her do any...
no matter what it means.
Schmocaine.
Mm-hmm. Right. If you know, you know.
You know.
Okay. When RoA's Alliance started, one of the first polls we did was Roots. There we had songs from music genres that influenced the birth of rock music. Now we started a theme series where we revisit each of those genres individually. First we had blues, which coincidentally fits with the success of Sinners movie from this year. The winner song, Got My Mojo Workin', is a song from Muddy Waters, blues singer, songwriter who is considered as father of modern Chicago blues. He recorded the song in 1957. The performance of the song in the video is from 1966. This was a pick by yours truly. All right, you guys, it's from Misery Biz.
Oh, it's from Misery himself. It's
Misery
from the
himself,
man himself.
from Rock of Ages, leader of that alliance. We have this song. Let's check it out.
This should be interessante. Interessante.
And I will take that timestamp.
It will accomplish Ra's al Ghul's destiny. 8:45. All right, guys, here we go. Lads and gents, Muddy Waters, got my Mojo working. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, take a trip back to 1966 and meet the great Muddy Waters and his band.
Got my mojo working, but it just don't work on you. Got my mojo working, but it just don't work on you. I wanna love you so bad till I don't know what to do. I'm going down in Louisiana to get me a mojo head. I'm going down in Louisiana to get me a mojo head. I'm gonna have all you women direction of my command. Got my mojo, 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 got my mojo waking, but just don't worry on you. I got a gypsy woman giving me advice. I got a gypsy woman giving me advice. I got a whole lot of tricks keeping here on ice. Got my mojo, 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 just don't worry. Play it again.
Wow, he's going for it.
Got my mojo, 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 but just don't worry, come got my mojo, 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 but just don't work on you.
He said it just doesn't work on you.
Yeah.
In a 10-year period between 1950 and 1960, Muddy Waters and his band's recordings of songs like that one, Got My Mojo Workin', turned out to be one of the greatest collections of electric blues recordings ever made. In fact, Muddy Waters had a huge impact on the history of blues music and rock and roll.
That is so funny. You bear, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's too much.
Appropriate. It's too much.
It's overtaking me. All right. Okay, so this is, what do they call it? The father of modern Chicago blues. All right.
Yeah. Muddy Waters, he's got his mojo working.
Yeah. So is he talking about like his game?
Yeah,
his modern riz?
Very well done. His je ne sais quoi.
Yes, yeah.
That's how you say. Isn't that how you say it? You French people. Je ne sais quoi.
I believe so.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to say it. What?
Perhaps I'm not as French as I once was. I believe one time I thought I had Native American.
I was gonna say that. Where's Dwayne? Dwayne.
It was a sad day for me.
First of all, they don't call it Native American. They call it indigenous.
Apologies, indigenous. Well, yeah, I can see that.
The people that were originally here.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right.
Oh, well, here we go.
They got their mojo work. Yeah, I just think your mojo is your game, your stilo, your.
Yeah, well, didn't you think it was okay? So you're rolling with the song and what he's saying. So he's going out in Louisiana. I mean, he's gonna rock the town with what he has. He's gonna have all the women underneath his command. And then it was interesting because he said, I got my mojo working, but it just doesn't work on me. And then at the very end, he said it just doesn't work on you. So I wondered if what he was saying was like he sees through his own mojo and it's working around him, but it doesn't work on himself. Like he knows who he is. And then when he says it doesn't work on you, maybe that meant that it made it difficult for him to like be in a lasting relationship because after a while she would see through it too.
Well, do you think he's talking about being in a lasting relationship? Do you think that that's a concern for him?
No, absolutely not throughout the song. But then in the end,
it just looks to me that he wants to live a certain
no,
kind of
it doesn't
life.
necessarily have to be. Oh, so
see what I'm saying?
When he said it, but it just doesn't work on you. What do you think that means? That the last line, it's not printed here. He said it.
I'm going to have all you women get you under my command. That doesn't look like he's trying to get into a long-term relationship.
No, I don't think so. But then when he says he's got his mojo working, it seems like he does that over and over and over. And he's commanding things, everything's
well, what I'm asking is,
him.
where does the idea that he's trying to get into a long-term relationship?
No, not long-term relationship. Maybe I stepped a little bit further, but I'm saying when he says I've got my mojo working, but it just doesn't work on me. From that standpoint, I'm saying that he sees through the bullshit of his own mojo, where he knows it's not to the core of who he is. So he's saying it doesn't work on me. Like I can see through myself. But then when he ends the song with "It doesn't work on you." The you could either be like, that's where I had said long-term relationship, but it doesn't have to be that. It can just be like, ultimately, eventually the person sees through it too, no matter who it is.
Well, are you sure those lyrics are right?
Well, I heard him say you, I thought.
I heard you, but I didn't hear when he said his mojo didn't work on himself.
I thought I did hear that, but we'd have to replay it, I guess. If we were going to see that. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I just think it's I think you're mostly right though. I think his mojo's his game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? His
Yeah.
And so all the way back then, what year was this again? Go back and look at the year. It looks
1957.
1957.
Yep.
100 years ago, bro.
The performance of the song is in the videos from 1966.
It's like a Revo type.
Yeah,
shout out to the homie Revo.
Yeah, that's the roots I thought we were revisiting. We were revisiting Revo shows, you know. Going back to 1957. Yeah.
There's not a lot of lyrics here, babe.
No, that's all. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
What is your story actually? What's the actual story?
The actual story is that he's got his mojo that he uses all over the place. And, you know, there's a point in time where he's going down to Louisiana and he wants to have all the women under his command. He probably goes, and that's exactly how it goes. And then he keeps going back and forth. He's got his mojo working. So I think he does this over and over and over and over until he says, but it just doesn't work on me. Because he said, I got my mojo working, but it just doesn't work on me. So I think that he's seeing through the bullshit of his own mojo to know, like, at the core of himself, something is not, like, it doesn't work on him. He's not awestruck by his own mojo like other people are. People see him a certain way. But then when he says at the end, got my mojo working, but it just doesn't work on you, I thought that meant that either, like, eventually the relationship falls out because eventually they see him for how he sees himself. But you're disputing whether or not the lyrics actually say, but it just doesn't work on me.
Yeah, I don't even know if...
or if what I heard at the end said you.
It doesn't just work on me is even part of the actual...
So what's your take on the song that's different from mine?
I think... let me see. Got my mojo working.
Or that... Yeah, just... What is your...
I just think that it's pretty simple. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's easy. It's here. It's on you, on you. Mm-hmm. It's never on me because I didn't hear him say on me. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I definitely heard you. I thought.
Yeah, I heard my mojo ain't working on you.
I kind of thought I had heard me also.
Yeah, but it didn't.
Okay.
Didn't say that. Yeah, it just looks to me like he's, you know, there's not much depth to the song, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, it's just.
So then if you cut that off of it, then yeah.
He wants girls. He wants girls. And there's a specific girl that's playing hard to get that's just not falling for any of his stuff. And that's what he's singing about. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really? Who's this gypsy woman giving him advice?
Just a sex, drugs, and rock and roll song on how to get to whatever girl he wants. He's got a variety of females that he's, you know, and gypsy women at the time there were not known for being very conservative with their sexuality, I guess. Say it that way. So, you know, but he's got this girl in his sights that he really, really likes. But she's playing hard to get.
Is this line correct? I got a whole lot of tricks keeping here on ice or her on ice.
Yeah, I think it's her on ice. Who gave us these lyrics? Who? Misery Biz. What occurred, buddy? Maybe he's distracted.
All right. Okay. So I mean. The father of modern Chicago blues.
Yeah, I think sonically, I definitely see it. Like,
oh yeah, but you're saying lyrically,
because the song, the sound and what they were doing musically was badass. I like what they were doing, and I could see it as being like a prefigurement to metal. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Some of the stuff that was in there.
Yeah, every time I listen to this stuff, I'm like,
yeah.
If I distorted guitar and you know, down tune this little section here, like, yeah, that makes sense. It would sound heavy. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, so sonically I loved it. Lyrically it was kind of like,
yeah. But is it sort of, I mean, maybe, was it a record label thing here? Or do you think that this is something he wanted to sing about? Because, like, if you kind of look at it, like, okay, so he's... It was the 50s
and it was a party song. That's what I did.
He's a musician and he's singing about how he can go and spread his mojo all over the place and get girls under his command everywhere. So isn't it basically like a musician is like, hey, the best job to have is a musician because you can be in this situation, and I'm going to use my lyrics to sing about it. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like in the football a little bit. It's like a precursor to rap. You know, like it's like, hey, yeah. It's a good solid 7 for me.
Oh, 7. Okay. Wow. Really? But even though it's the father of modern Chicago blues? No.
I give the man his respect. Like, it sounded like my grandpa flirting with my grand. It's disgusting. You should stop flirting once you hit a certain age.
Oh, I disagree. But let's see. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'll give it an 8.
Why are you giving it an 8? Because Misery Biz pumped it up?
Well, no.
Misery
I mean,
Biz
when
is your
you
buddy anyway.
are
You're
hearing...
gonna give it an 8. because he likes it. Go ahead.
When you're hearing this, you're like, it sounded like bluesy, but it also sounded like it was sort of like ahead in the way that it was sort of like almost aggressive sounding at some points. And that's how I think you're saying, look, you can kind of see the metal in it. And so
100%.
That surprised me, and I wasn't sure if that was the first time I noticed like sort of metal trickling into like this blues stuff, or if it was I don't know, something altogether different. I don't know. So I was like watching, I'm like, is this a trickle-in moment or what's happening? And once I realized that this is probably like that moment when that was starting to happen, you got to give him props for that, because that was new to its time. So I'm going with an 8 for that. 8.
Yeah, as Middle Earth said, 70 seems fair enough. 70. Only authentic reactions, dear listener.
That's it. We can't guarantee a positive review.
Can't guarantee you a positive review.
All right, you guys, that is song number 1. Boop. I love the little buttons to click.
Yeah, I know, it's very ASMR.
Yeah, it is.
I can tell.
It's like it's when I click the button.
The accomplishment.
It's like you when you were walking in those shoes. And
Completion.
Yep,
Yeah.
done.
Yeah,
Okay.
guys, I got some new shoes to deal with my plantar fasciitis and my many broken bones in my ankle.
Hopefully.
To get it scraped.
Ooh, I'll be there.
Sometimes I feel this shit
I'll push your wheelchair.
floating around.
Really?
Yeah, but what do I know? I'm not a real doctor.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to go there. They're going to be like, you're going to have to go under. We're going to have to, reconstruct this, blah, blah, blah.
yeah. And
I knew, man, when I missed that step, I was like, man,
something happened.
This is going to be really bad. This is going to
Before
really
it happened,
bad.
you knew?
Yeah, because everything was going in slow motion at the time.
Yeah, yep.
I was
Sometimes
like,
that
ah!
happens. That happened once in a car accident where everything went slower. So I understand.
Those fuckers was dragging me. Anyway.
There's a sense in which childbirth also gives you that feeling. Okay.
Well, I wouldn't compare it to childbirth. I mean, God, I'm not going to go that far. How dramatic do you think I am here?
Well,
childbirth?
depends on the day. RoA, Lost in Translation winner, Helga. So, Helga, like on the Vikings show.
Yeah.
Helga
Troubling,
Skogen Mumlar. Sorry if I mispronounced that.
Helga Skogen Mumlar. Mm-hmm. How could you mispronounce Mumlar?
I could.
It's probably
I could
like
explain it to you.
It's probably Mumchurant or something like that.
Yeah.
It's spelt like that.
Yeah.
But it's probably pronounced Mumchurant or something.
Ridiculous.
What?
I doubt it. I doubt it. I think you're trying to save your rudeness. Okay.
You're always against me.
In Lost.
You're trying to save your rudeness.
In
she still
Lost
doesn't get me.
in Translation poll. No, I know what you were doing. You're trying to save it. Okay. In Lost in Translation poll, RoA members were tasked to submit songs that were not sung in English nor said members' mother tongue. Okay. The winner song, Skogen Mumlar, is an opening track of Swedish band Helga's 2023 debut album, Wrapped in Mist. Helga combines dark folk. Sorry. Helga combines...
Dark folk.
I got distracted because the way they set that down seemed as though they were frustrated.
Yeah, they're frustrated. That's for
Yep.
sure.
And so it made me feel like
Message her,
laughing.
tell her to bring me some bread and steak.
Yeah, I will. I'll put a thumbs up on it. Okay. Helga combines dark folk, post-rock, and some metal influences on their sound. This was our Chero's pick.
Oh, I haven't heard a post-rock song in a while. Where are all the post-rockians? There needs to be a post-rock night on our channel.
Okay.
I love post-rock.
You
Remember,
do.
that's that setting I used to play.
Post-rock.
You always
Yeah,
be like,
that's
oh
right.
my God, what is that? What is it? I'm like, it's post-rock, bitch. You'll love it. Later, Tony. Good to see you, baby.
Good night.
Good
All
day. All right, guys,
All right,
here
so
we go.
let's check it out. Helga.
Timestamp it.
Yeah,
though.
let me get that.
Let's go with 28:15 for the timestamp.
28:15. Got it.
All right, guys, here we go. Here we go. Nope, that's the wrong group. This is the right group. Helga. Skogen Mumlar, let's go!
Dansa, drömma bort under stjärnhimmel, dansa med älvorna. Kom och följ med mig in i skogen, springa mot ängarna.
Whoops, how much do we lose?
I don't know. I just heard Archero said that. Unmute the mic! Continue.
Guess I should start back at the beginning.
Yeah. Because I think that was actually a really good point, though.
I forgot. Now I got distracted by the
music. You're talking about like if people come together and make it on a computer, it's still
yeah. If people send us a song to listen to or whatever, and somebody comes and they've created on their computer a song that they still have to layer and put the beats together and arrange it in a way that is pleasing to the ear and makes people want to invite it, like get with the music. But there, if you I keep getting distracted. Go ahead.
These are actual. This is an actual band.
Right, that's right. So then I was thinking
traditional band. Like,
right, so I'm going to be proud. Like, I'm going to be like, that's awesome at that level that they're doing it on the computer. But when I heard this one, I definitely sounded like the construction to me was like so perfect that I'm like, oh, this must have been done on a computer, right? And then I came in here to see, like, is there band members? And there's 5 core members. So obviously, like, okay, they have to create this music inside their head, like how they're going to put it together, or their souls too. And then they work together on these instruments. So it just blows me away that this is like a bunch of people working together to do this one project, as well as they'll have like violin players and cello players, jump in depending on, because they want the music to be textured. And it was interesting because it was like mixing like these mythical fairies with metal. And so you had like the dark and like the really mystical both at the same time. I really loved the construction.
Yeah. I'm not sure anymore about how mythical fairies are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What are they? Or
like Jacques Vallée. So Jacques Vallée is a... See, it's tough because the world because of the nature of our job, I consume a bunch of YouTube. And a lot of it has to do with, okay, how is this person manipulating this particular niche here, blah, blah, blah. But then I start listening to them. And the minute you start listening to one, you know what the algorithm's going to do. They're going to
push everything.
Dump like 8,000 of them on you. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, that's how we ended up buying that Jacques Vallée book. Where, like, I think the easiest ones for us would be the leprechaun. What is a leprechaun? Mm-hmm. A leprechaun is a quasi-supernatural being. He's associated with some sort of greenness. Mm-hmm. Because over there in Ireland or whatever So a leprechaun is a little man in green. Mm-hmm. And here on the America side, what we call aliens are little green men. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's like, so Vallée is saying, if you can accept that there may be what people call aliens, extraterrestrial, whatever you want to call them, mm-hmm. and it's a little green man, like...
And you also hear that they come here for precious metals. And the green man over there has gold. Right.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, so Vallée is saying, like, what if all of us have been experiencing the same phenomena, whether you call it legend, whether you call it religion, mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like, we're all trying to... Yeah, that's an interesting... Are we all trying to prioritize our perspective and what we call it, instead of saying, okay, where... Are we saying the same thing in these situations?
People 500 years ago in Ireland, we're not going to call them extraterrestrial.
Right, exactly.
Or hyper-terrestrial, or ultra-terrestrial,
so the name doesn't matter. It's what is the thing.
Right, the nomenclature. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, but
we can decide on the name later.
Because of the nomenclature.
It keeps them separated.
Right, we think they're completely different things.
Leprechauns. We'll add you to our, cereal boxes.
Right. So, like... I don't know. So that was the big idea that Jacques Vallée had.
Yeah.
Like and he is, just to give context, like Jacques Vallée is, that movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind by Steven Spielberg. Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a movie about, like contact with aliens or whatever.
I don't remember.
And
that
well,
is.
I mean, it's a classic Spielberg movie
Oh.
in like the 80s. I never saw it either.
Oh, okay.
But it's like classic in the 80s or the 70s or something like that.
Okay.
And it's like one of the main characters, like there's a doctor or something like that. One of the main characters is based on Jacques Vallée. Jacques Vallée was consulting with Steven Spielberg in the movie. So like
Wow.
he's a credential. He's not a kook. Like he's
Wow, okay.
He's debriefed presidents. Like he's on his shit. He's on Rogan multiple times, which, you know, that's neither here nor there. But like, that's what I mean. Like we don't know. So it's so weird to me. Like when I first started this channel, it's so funny because I don't believe this now. But when I first started this channel, I basically said something to the effect about Thor not being real or something like that.
Yes.
And
yeah.
I remember somebody in the comment section saying, well, how come you say what you believe is real, but what these people don't,
Yes.
they're not real.
Yeah.
And of course, the standard response is Jesus actually came into time and history. Like, let's not get this twisted. It's not like...
Right.
It's like, okay, I understand that part about it, but there's a lot of things you still believe that are not interfacing with time and history. Like, there isn't a lot for Moses. Like, you just believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, how come what you believe is real, but what... You know, these people, and I thought he was joking around, but it turns out he was sort of like he was Norwegian, and he's like, how is your, and so it's like, and then I started meeting people that really genuinely believed in these other beings, and it's like, oh, and then I had to recalibrate, because it's like, everybody's stupid, like, everybody's, you know, like, or, like, everybody is wrong and you're not, and then like we start reading the Bible, it's like, well, the Bible doesn't even say that. Like, of course these people have interactions with other deities, other beings, other whatever, and it's like, and then the funny part is like you start pressing secularists now, because like the phenomena, as it's called technically, whether it's UFO, skinwalker, whatever you want to call it, like something is happening.
Yeah.
Like that even secularists are like, we don't know what's going on. Like something is happening. It's like, okay, buddy, we'll just call them interdimensionals. We won't call them spiritual beings. Oh, they're communicating to you telepathically. You don't say. Like, who's been saying that for quite some times, that there are beings that you necessarily can't see in this dimension of time and space that somehow can communicate to you telepathically, that are either...
Yeah, sometimes they have the depiction of like the devil shooting an arrow at somebody, putting like this thought in their mind. That would be like a depiction of telepathy.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, giant stories from all around the world. So it's like, there seems to be, and that's one of the benefits of our occupation, because now I get on these threads and these rabbit holes, and so I'm listening to like, there's this, and there's like, at the end of the day, there's like 4 or 5 people that like constantly rise to the top, no matter what angle of the phenomenon you're talking about. These names, Jacques Vallée, J. Allen Hynek, you know, people like that, right? That's what they do, like for their whole. That's been their entire life, and I just got done listening to an interview with J. Allen Hynek's son.
Okay.
And he was talking about the experiences they had, because when his dad started looking into the phenomenon, they started, like, there was one week they went on a cruise to do some sort of speaking, and they were bunkmates with Buzz Aldrin, like the guys that went up to space. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
Was eating with them. Like, so this guy was having all these experiences, and he talks about, he spent about a good 3 hours talking about very strange, high strangeness, as they say, experiences with these beings. So I don't know. And the other thing is, especially in our world, biblically speaking, our worldview is that certain nations or regions were assigned certain gods. This is biblical.
Yeah.
They were assigned certain gods, and their job was to, you know, help these people, like, get along with it as far as like exercising dominion over the earth. They were supposed to lead them back to God. And part of the rebellion of the angels is that instead of leading them back to God, they led them to themselves and their own worship and things like that. And so you have all these different cultures.
Well, we just were listening to the Y-Files yesterday, and he was talking about like this being, this like lizard woman that was talking to the other people, and she was saying like, "Oh, you were created." Yeah, Lacerta. You were created to be our slaves.
Right.
Which is essentially what you were just describing, but this is like another...
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Another angle of it.
Yeah.
And so it's like... So you got Christians that are like dismissing all these people, but then saying ours is real. And I believe that ours is like the truth. Right? But that doesn't mean that others aren't real. Right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
You know, and I think we want the world, especially after the Enlightenment, we want the world to be extremely simple because it gives us a false sense of control. Because the minute that we admit that there might be intelligences that are higher than us, Valet's perspective is really cool, which is to say, these beings, when they appear to us, have an agenda. And it's not like we're accidentally running into each other. They're doing things to accumulatively influence to get us to go in a certain direction. And so, I don't know, man. This girl's talking about the wind whispers, follow me into the forest, we sing about the trees, dancing with the fairies. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You know, I don't know, like... what they're calling fairies, we're not calling UFOs, and you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are some of them that they'll talk about. So like the fairies always have like that kind of glow around them, like, and then you'll hear different stories also about like, you know, creatures that are white, that are so white that they're like glowing. The Nordics, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay. I don't know.
Yeah, and some of these tales of that Jacques Vallée book we did, like anytime you think about fairy, you think like this. But apparently they were like pretty substantial.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some of the legends in Ireland have the fairies being pretty substantial, not like little bugs. Like,
really?
Yeah, like that's
not like we're looking dragonfly level. You're saying these things were much bigger, like this, or are we talking like as big as us?
Yeah, like us. Like us.
Oh my gosh.
But they're portrayed as small because their bodies are kind of... You know, like how when you see aliens, they're always smaller than us?
Yeah.
Like that. So, like, when you go and actually look at what these people are saying, they're not saying these were, like, tiny bugs.
Yeah.
Like, they were saying that they were trying to describe how, emaciated or whatever that these things were looking. You see what?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And that's why Vallée is like, wait a second, this sounds like what we're saying about, quote, UFOs.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and apparently the fairies were kind of terrifying at sometimes. Like, you would piss them off, they would hurt you.
I mean, even
bad.
Tinkerbell, like...
Yeah, like, she was a demon.
She
wanted to kill Wendy.
Angry. Yeah, I was going to say, didn't she want to kill somebody?
Yeah, she wanted to murder Shorty.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know is what I'm saying. I'm not going to... You know, I'm not, like, starting a channel, like, it's really challenging when you get exposed to not only other worldviews, but, like, people who actually inhabit and believe them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then after a while, when you run into so many people, or, like, you have people you deeply, like a Kai type person.
Right.
And you're like... Okay, all these people are crazy except for you. Like, they're all crazy, or they're all stupid, or they're all whatever. And it's like, but you're completely right. All the supernatural shit you believe in is just natural. And to me, it's just natural, because we grew up in it. Uh-huh. But it's like, they're all crazy?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know, like, one or two. But, like, these are hundreds and hundreds of people over time. And it's like... Okay, like, you have to make your worldview fit with the facts. I understand, like, you know. But then when we went back and looked at the Bible, it's like, wait a second. The Bible says this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, yeah. Part of it for me is, like, you know, when I've been around, it's easy to be like, oh, well, we don't agree with this, and just like kind of blow off other thought processes, and like you said, just be like, that isn't real. What we have is real. And then, but it's getting outside of that, like you were describing, and hearing like everybody else's stories and being like, yeah, but there's something really genuine about that person, and also something really
100%.
Real about
100%.
what they're saying that they're experiencing.
100%.
And so then it makes you stop and like kind of give pause to your idea that yours is real and everything isn't real, because you can still have something that is truth, surrounded by whatever is the opposite of truth, but it's
or the interpretation of the event.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait. Say it, how?
In other words, like, if I'm an angel and I was tasked to make sure that this group of people don't die of starvation, so like, help them understand cultivation or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, they did that. They did that for you guys. But what's the interpretation of that? Right? Like, how are we interpreting that guy? Like, is it God? Mm-hmm. Is it somebody we can worship? Are we going to follow his religion? Mm-hmm. That's a separate thing. Mm-hmm. But the fact that he did help you, and the fact that those entities were around you, can't be disputed. Mm-hmm. Right? But what the interpretation is, or what they're telling you, that is where, okay, now we have a dialogue. You see what I'm saying? Now we got to have this discussion. So, I really like this song. I'm going to give this song a 9.2.
9.2. This is a 10 for me. This is going on my playlist.
And Archero has another angle on it. I'm not sure how much is rooted in belief versus just stories. Like, if somebody looked back at our culture, would they think we literally believed in vampires because of our movies? You know, like you and your friends with Twilight.
Why do you always do this? That's so weird. You always say that. Those people are like children. Anyway. Yeah. Okay, so I'm giving this one a 10. This is going on my playlist.
I really enjoyed this song. All right, guys, let's get right into it. The next song. The next
song on our list is going to be from our next alliance group, which is going to be the EU, Epic Underground. The leader of this group is Archero. All right, let's see. Occasionally, we have a double feature poll where we vote on two separate polls at the same time, with each covering very different niche genres. This is the winner of the psychedelic metal side of the poll.
Psychedelic.
REZN, would you say REZN? Is
a
psychedelic stoner doom metal band from Chicago. Hey, more from Chicago. The song Burden.
Psychedelic stoner doom? Is that what the guy just said?
Psychedelic stoner doom metal band from Chicago. The song Burden. Oh, is that the name of the song? I don't see the title. No, it's Collapse. The song Burden is from their latest album in 2014 and was chosen by Misery Biz. All right, let's check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sending you the lyrics right now. Don't do it. Don't do it, Vincent.
Say it. I really like that guy though. you know who you are.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Song numero 3. What's the name of this song again?
Well, we have REZN Collapse.
REZN Collapse. This is for the big homie Taffer. Let's do it. Yeah, because he's right there. So I said it's for him. All right, let's do it. REZN.
Okay, let's do
Collapse,
it.
Let's go. Time.
Wow. Wow.
Emptiness.
That's crazy.
Okay,
this
had like a. Didn't that sound like Mediterranean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
100%. 100%. This song.
¿Qué pasó, Waldo?
The lyrics of this song are really interesting. Given the time period like that we're in. So
really?
We were just talking about it. Yeah, like we were just talking about that. Remember that person that we were talking to, and they said that there's a lot more people are getting hospitalized for vaping all the time with weed and the additives and the different things that are in it. Like it's giving a lot more people psychosis. So this person says, and it's that whole just an illusion. Like what is real? You start questioning the fabrics of reality. And so she's singing just an illusion. Intentions are useless, which is like literally the opposite of what truth is. Because in truth, the intention, that's one of the core things of Christianity is that. Not
is
one
what?
of the core. The intention of the heart is more important than the action itself. Just an illusion. Intentions are useless. So this is the turning away from the truth. And so it's in this delusion. So like in this delusion that the person is in, intentions don't mean anything. They're useless. And then can't unsee spirals tightening. So it's like the person is like spinning out. No reprieve, suspending disbelief, which I thought was crazy for them to say because they're saying no reprieve. They're not getting any break. They're not getting any rest from this state where they're stuck in an illusion. And they believe that intentions that they're just useless. And then the person, so they're saying there's no reprieve there, suspending in disbelief. So now it sounds like part of the spiraling out, part of the believing that illusions, intentions are useless. There's this disbelief.
Well, it's suspending disbelief. So
I was picturing it as suspended. You're saying pushing away disbelief.
It's something you can't deny.
But if you suspend it, you are, right? Denying it? You're suspending it. No, you're suspending the disbelief to go into belief.
Then
oh, right.
But this is suspending disbelief, meaning you don't have the ability to deny it because it's right.
So now you're accepting it as true.
Can't unsee spirals tightening. No reprieve. Suspending disbelief. You can't. Something happened that you can't unsee. And so now there's no reprieve where your disbelief can be suspended. Now, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's basically a way of saying you are forced to face reality. Is the point. Immolate, colors turn to gray.
Yeah.
Acclimate to a long decay.
Yeah.
So you're now being forced to deal with some sort of bad reality that prior to your mindset, your mind state had functioned to deny, basically. Is what it looks like to me.
Wow, yeah. No, I can see that.
Archero says this may be impossibly vague. There was a reaction they did to a song that was slow-paced and eerie, but mostly spoken word style vocals. It reminded me of that song. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, this to me, the theme of...
I thought it was such a great song.
The theme of you believe something or you thought something was real and now you see it's an illusion. Like, that's such an across-the-board idea. Whether it's, Hinduism... Right, where I think what's called Maya, I think, is the illusion of this world being real. I think it's called Maya. Shout out to the big holy Avi Govindadas.
That's right.
Quantum physics basically is saying everything is illusion. I'm working all this paper I was working with. I forgot about that, guys. Where the guy said that the self is an illusion, right? And that's when I was like, well, then what? Well, then... who's falling for the illusion then if the self isn't real? So that shit is just dumb. Like, you're sorry, Metzinger, but I think I successfully took you down.
I agree.
But, like, yeah, so, like, the idea, you know, the Matrix, the idea that what's presented, quantum physics, like, that's a big one right now that a lot of people are dealing with. The idea that you get faced with some sort of terrible reality that you wanted to avoid, or something that you believed your entire life, and then you run into something that makes it, like, definitively untrue. Like, that's tough. That's really, really, really tough to deal with. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have, like, a lot of those experiences that you're talking about, but I remember there were certain beliefs that I had about God that when you, like, showed me different verses on that were really, like, they were game changer ones. They changed so much structurally about my thinking processes about God that it was, that was really, actually really difficult. And it wasn't like, I guess, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what other people have gone through, but that was like having something so life altering in that thought process that, you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I just think that, you know, the way that, I think the way that you're breaking it down makes a lot more sense. But that, when he talked about immolate, well, she did, colors turn to gray, acclimate to a long decay, like, it was just, so at that point, this is just like the ending of this delusion.
Yeah.
Is this.
Yeah, and I think in what she's saying is it doesn't really matter what your intentions are if your grounding worldview gets shattered. Who cares?
Yeah.
Right. Your intentions are useless in this delusion. I always say, like, if you're trying to get to Disneyland and Disneyland is 45 minutes west and you drive east, well, it doesn't matter what your intentions are. It doesn't matter how good of a driver you are. You are not going to Disney World that day. Period. And so it's like, that's a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people, man. And it's like, it doesn't, there's nothing, you don't have a choice as to whether or not you're going to have a grounding worldview. You don't have a choice about that. The only choice you have is whether or not you're going to recognize that you have a grounding worldview. A lot of people don't even know, because a lot of these things are assumed, and that's what makes it even worse. That's one of the advantages of, like, being a Christian in a hostile environment, is, like, you constantly have to justify your grounding foundational ideas. Like, so I spent a couple years in an atheist thing, and, you know, we got to talk to people like RoA, who, he was a big name, but as far as, like, in the debate space, not so much. Like, that's not really his strong suit, I don't think. You know, like, some of the stuff he was saying when he was talking to us was like...
Yeah, but I don't think he ever... Did he say he was somebody that debates? Well, that is what they were trying to do, was set up a debate initially, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I quickly found that a lot of these atheists were not as like, excited about debating as they initially projected that they were. I was like, I'll let your guy be the moderator.
Doesn't matter.
But the point is, like, I liked being in those situations because it kind of, like, I hate watching stuff on YouTube or shows or whatever where the person's, like, 50 and they run into something that they've never heard before. You know what I'm saying?
And they can't adjust.
And they can't adjust. And they're like, why wasn't I told? This is what you were not told in Sunday school. You know what I mean? And shit like that. And so, like, I remember when I was, like, really, like, 18, 19, about really starting to get serious with my faith, like, being mega paranoid about that. Like, yo, I'm going to run into something that I didn't think about
really?
before. Oh, yeah, of course. That's why I started getting, like, the giant Josh McDowell book, the Case for Christ book, like, all the apologetic stuff, so that by the time that you met me, I was like this encyclopedia. And it's because of that. I was paranoid that I was going to run into something that was going to, you know? So I was like, I want everything. I want all the smoke. I want like the hardest stuff. I want the biggest holes. I want the, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, that was
makes
why.
sense.
That was why, because I didn't want to run into a situation like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Wow. You were how old?
I was like 18, 19. I think it was 19. I just got out of the hospital.
Wow. I didn't realize that you were like that.
Oh yeah, I was. That's why by the time you ran into me, I was, well, this and this and this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was why. Because I had to, you know.
It was fear?
Terror. I was terrified that, because when you grow up and you get older, you start to realize that the people that were giving you a lot of religious instruction were extremely limited.
Yep.
Especially as, like, you become a young man or a young woman and you come into your own, and now there's the internet. Mm-hmm. You know, and that kind of really influenced a lot of the way that I was with the kids. Why we exposed them to so many contrary ideas. Why we allowed them to have those contrary ideas and vocalize them, whether it's about God or politics or whatever.
Yeah.
That was why.
Yeah.
Because I hit this point where I'm like, okay, they were just limited. Mm-hmm. Like the Sunday school teacher, they were just limited. There's a very small group of things that they knew, and that was pretty much it, you know. And so that's one of the main reasons I think our kids are still in the faith, is because they just grew up from the jump being exposed to, well, no, not everybody believes what we believe, right? And no, there are some people that have good reasons for, you know, or at least initially rational reasons for, you know?
Yeah.
And so, and they would ask us questions, and I'd be like, I don't know, go figure it out. You know, you got a whole world out there in the internet, man. Go figure this shit out. Stop. You know, what are you gonna do? You're gonna rely on mommy and daddy your whole life, or?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is probably coming to some sort of Nietzschean or some sort of nihilistic sort of like, we're all gonna die. This is meaningless. But
it was beautiful, though. I really, really liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I hope this is another one that is a full band.
I think so. Amy says, but if you do something with good intentions, but the other person does the same with malicious intentions, same action though, pious and all, is it the same though? Do intentions matter then? Well, I think it depends on what level you're talking about. If you're talking about from a Christian worldview, with the Christian God up in heaven, sure. You know, your intentions matter, and God takes the best possible version of your intentions, you know. But I think in this song, I think what they're saying is, when you find out that what you were taught, whether it's religion or science or whatever it is, when you find out that the core that you were building your life on was wrong, then I think in that moment, they're saying our intentions, it doesn't matter, because you cannot intention yourself into truth.
Yeah.
In other words, if what I believe...
Oh, that's an interesting way
if what I believe is just wrong at the fundamental level, my intentions are not going to change that. Like, your intentions are not going to be able to stand up to ultimate reality, which is usually how, in the Akenian understanding of Christianity, that which corresponds to the truth.
Yeah.
Or the truth is that which corresponds to reality.
Remember when Paul showed up to that city and they had altars?
Right here in your city.
They had those altars, and one of them said to the unknown God.
Yeah.
And he basically said, look, you've been worshiping, basically what you were worshiping is the unknown God. I'm now going to declare him to
I'm going to make him known to you.
Yeah. And then he tells them about Christ.
Right.
So don't you think that if somebody has some... You know, let's say they're headed in the wrong direction, that's not the path to ultimately find Christ. But in that path, like, their intention is they want truth. They're on a path for truth. Don't you think that? Well,
the altar to the unknown God means something differently, I think, because that's not a worldview, right?
I'm saying that God would reveal to that person.
Right, but the difference is that the worldview wasn't dedicated to that unknown God. They didn't build their entire world to their world on the concept of the unknown God.
Yeah, that was just a piece on the side. Yeah.
So, actually, no. That is them saying, we know you're out there, we just don't know who you are.
Okay.
Right? So Paul's saying, yeah, we could definitely work on that. I don't think that's what's going on in this song. What's going on in this song is you thought you knew something, right?
Yeah.
So you weren't saying unknown whatever. You thought, okay, this is true.
You know everything.
Right?
Yeah.
Naturalism is true.
Yeah.
14.6 billion years ago, universe exploded. There's no God. There's no nothing. Boo, 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 boo. And then you run into something, and it's like, holy shit, there is a God. So everything that you believed before was wrong, right?
Yeah.
And now your intentions, however pure or otherwise, prior to that, doesn't change the fact that you were dead wrong on a fundamental level. Right?
Yep.
Whereas with the temple to the unknown God, it's like, well, yep, gods exist. We just don't know who you are. That's completely different.
Yeah,
that's like that means like you're halfway there already anyway.
Yeah.
Whereas this thing is a complete disillusionment of your complete belief system.
Yes,
like,
but
those aren't the same.
If you're resting your feet on the foundation of your religious beliefs, or you're resting your feet on what is the truth. And obviously, the truth is Jesus. So if your feet are rested on the majority, then that's the majority of where your value or whatever is going to come from. Then maybe it doesn't rock you to your core if the truth steers you in another way. If something about your religious belief system isn't true. Or are you just talking on a fundamental level, like it's going to rock somebody to have that happen?
I'm not talking about elements of the religion. Like, there are elements about Christianity that have changed for me over the years.
Yeah.
But Christ being an actual historical figure,
Yeah.
who died and rose again, has never changed.
Yeah.
Because that's the fundamental.
Yeah.
So, if these mythicists, the people who say that Jesus never existed, if I was confronted with that truth, right? Mm-hmm. Then I would say all my intentions or whatever in Christianity were reading. It doesn't matter. He wasn't real. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying is going on in this song. It's not just your worldview is getting tweaked a little bit. It's the thing that you built your life on. It's the thing that you built your justification for rationality on.
Yeah.
Right? Those are the things where it's like, after that, your intentions are, who cares? It's like Paul was saying, if the resurrection hasn't happened, we're among men most miserable. We borne a false witness because we said that God rose Christ from the dead. He's saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Our intentions are meaningless. Who cares? Because if it's not based in truth, then who cares what we were doing?
Yeah.
So that level of disillusionment, I think, is terrifying and dangerous and destructive.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that your intentions as a person are not good. I'm saying that in the universe of this song, they're not valuable if what you were building your life on is diametrically opposed to what's actually real. That makes any sense.
Yeah.
Okay, what'd you give this one?
Boy, this is this is a 9.9. I really like this one,
and
too.
It's called Collapse. I mean, to me, that's like your worldview's collapsing.
Yeah. Yeah.
What'd you give it?
I gave it a 9.9.
I'm going to give this song a solid 9.2.
Wow. All
solid 9.2.
Okay, you guys. Next up, we have Cloak. And this is for EU. And let's see. Archero is
Holy
our...
Dark. That's the name of the song.
Oh, the Holy...
That's
yes.
badass.
Cloak is the name of the band. The Holy Dark is the name of the song. As Vincent just said, he says, for the second half of our double feature poll, we focused on black and roll, death and roll, and similar genres of metal which mix in elements of rock. The winner was the black and roll band Cloak from Atlanta, Georgia. They were chosen by Fally. All right. I'm going to send you those lyrics and take
Me
down
and Middle
that
has the same
timestamp.
score.
Ah, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Middle, to me, is right about everything. Right?
I've seen that, yep.
Well, I'm like, oh, Middle's so low.
Yep, the last time we were having a fight, I was like, I gotta get Middle on my side. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding, I'm joking.
If
It
he
would
would've-
work, though.
It would work, yeah. If you'd have texted me and said, well, you know.
Actually. Okay.
He'd have done it in the most humble fashion possible, though.
Yep. And then how could you say no?
can't say no. I would never say no to him.
Okay. All right. I sent you the lyrics there. So let's check it out. This one is chosen by Fally. Don't forget.
I thought you were about to say chosen by God. We just got done talking about it.
Okay.
Middle told me that Vin Sori live is wrong about everything. How dare you? How dare you lie on my middle, Harchero?
So.
How dare you?
How dare you? All right, guys. I'll take that timestamp as well.
A timestamp is 1:18:50. All right, guys, here we are. Cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Cloak.
The
where'd you
Holy
go?
Dark.
The Holy Dark. Let's do it. That was hard.
Very, very badass. I like that one.
Never remind you of the movie we just got done
Yeah,
watching?
it did, for real.
We watched this movie called Nefarious. And it was basically about this guy was possessed by the devil. This serial killer was possessed by the devil. But anyway.
It was crazy.
Really interesting movie.
I actually kept thinking about The Village. I'm like, this would be crazy to watch with them.
Yeah. You were?
Yeah.
As if.
What?
No, I was thinking the same thing, but I was like, I ain't gonna bring it up here. We're off shift. We just got done watching the movie with them.
Yeah, no.
It was all the same night.
Yeah.
Or morning, continuum, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I kept thinking, oh man, this would be so great. We should watch this
You
with
were
them.
thinking that too, yeah. I was like, yeah, we should load up and watch this with these bitches. Damn it.
Oh well.
All right, good. Well, no, we had our little moment. It was,
Yep.
all good. All right, what about the song?
Where's that noise coming through?
What noise?
Oh, my thing is up too high. Okay, it's just disturbing me over here. Is that yours? Or
That's mine.
Okay. Okay. That's better.
What was that?
I think it was
your
mine coming through my headphones.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah, so...
Waldo said he saw the movie. He said the funniest part was the last meal. That part was funny. I did think it was funny. But you felt sorry for the guy.
I did.
I'm not going to say what happened, but yeah, I thought it was hilarious. But then
All
I
right.
looked at you, I was like, oh, yeah, what a terrible.
I mean, you can have your reaction and I'll have mine. That's fine.
I had my reaction inside. I think it's very important to me. As soon as he said that,
It was over with.
your boy said, "Oh, is that so?"
Yep. You used the word important. Okay. Yeah, doesn't it sound...
You should have said that shit, boy.
Look, okay, so the devil's calling now, the luring sound enchants me, haunted by your grace. In this...
Satanas.
Yeah, is that like saying Satan? What is going on? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's Latin, right?
So-
Are you?
So, but haunted by your grace, Satan's grace?
Yeah.
Is it that confusion that they think it's going to be good, or...
Well, I think this is more of like the angel of light stuff, right? The devil's calling now. The luring sound enchants me, haunted by your grace, Satanas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you saying?
So it's the deceptive nature of the devil
Yeah,
and how
okay.
he tries to draw you in and all this, right? Go ahead.
So the final stone was found to erect the sanctum of darkness that shall reign, eternal. And the fallen shall align, unclean in their perfection, vile in their beauty. Infect us with the plague of 1,000 flies that festered on the death of a god and his glorious domain. Watch as they serve, watch as they bow, and hiding in the shadows are the offspring of the night, and growing in the darkness are the seeds of the impure. So it sounds like they're talking about the devil is going to have like this sort of reign. They're kind of sort of sounding like they're summoning him up. The devil's calling now. I guess maybe the devil's, you know, and this over here, the erected sanctum kind of sounds like it's just some like point of worship to say, okay, our intentions of worship are going toward. Is that what you got from that?
I agree.
And then all of these, you know, bad ones, unclean in their perfection, I guess is, I don't know, unclean in their perfection means, vile in their beauty. And then they're like spreading this plague everywhere, 1,000 flies. Didn't that sound like, you know, in Egypt when the plagues came through?
Yeah, but
in this situation,
was it Beelzebub was called the Lord of the Flies?
oh really?
Yeah. Yeah, because it was associated with death.
Oh.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
So like you get that scene in Passion of the Christ where Judas is about to hang himself, and it's got that like the carcass of some sort of donkey or whatever. It's just nothing but flies around him and whatever.
Yeah.
It is extremely disturbing. Like when you run into sort of cultures and societies that aren't modernized, because the death has a sound and a smell, and it's pretty traumatic actually. When if you're not, it's horrifying, really is. So it's like you hear that buzzing, and then you see like a cloud of flies congregating. You know what I'm saying? And you hear this loud buzzing, and the smell is disgusting, and then there's a person, like it's a or human being.
Oh my god.
It's the first time you see that. It's a pretty terrible. So I could see how like that the impact of the flies and the Lord of the Flies and things like that. Like we don't really feel it in the Western culture.
Yeah.
But that's still out there, and it definitely changes the temperature for sure.
Well, I also thought, on that, I don't want to give any spoilers, but on that show last night, like the person's death was, they were trying to like sort of mask it. You know what I mean? Like you're hitting the person was going to be going through the electric chair.
Yeah.
And it's just, we're going to shoot all these bolts of electricity. We're going to douse you in water first. Like all this craziness is going on, but we're going to have curtains that close when we want something, and everybody needs to remain silent. Nobody can gasp out loud. Nobody can say anything. No profanities. Yeah. Doors lock. So it's very like regulated, and even in that regulation, there was like an eeriness to this death. And so you were talking about how there's people that die over there, and it's like just bodies left on the road or whatever. What? It's your soda can, I think.
Oh. Yeah, just bodies left on the road, or,
or the clinical nature of, some of the things that we do.
Well, yeah, and I agree with it. I'm glad that people don't see death in that way. Like it's horrible.
Yes, but if our like when we were doing corporal punishment?
Capital punishment.
Oh, capital punishment.
We still do capital punishment.
In some places, yeah. But, like, if that was... Maybe because we can do it behind closed doors, maybe there are some people that vote that, yes, we should do that, just because it's so hidden away.
Yes, we should do what? Leave bodies on the ground?
No, not leave bodies on the ground, but not, like, hide away what we're doing so much if we're killing people for whatever crime. I don't know which states do it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And why would people do that? What are you saying?
No, I'm saying if they... Because we have stuff like that, but we do it behind so many closed doors, like, there are people that are getting killed, and there are people that are making votes about whether or not this person should live or die. Like, should we have this in our law system or whatever? But we're not seeing it. Like, you're saying it's traumatizing to see a person on the side of the road, which I agree. It would be. But we're killing people behind closed doors if you're looking at that, and we don't see it, so it's easy to say, no, that person should go. Because you don't have the trauma of what does actually sending a person off doing. Like, how wrong is this? And because we're closed off to it, we don't know exactly how...
I agree, although the electric chair is pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
That's not really common anymore. Most of the time it's lethal injection. It's like the guy gets stuck with a needle and goes to sleep forever. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like... I get what you're saying though. That was one of the points of public execution. It was also like to function as a deterrent, But if you think about that at the cosmic level, like imagine like killing God. It says that the 1,000 flies feasted on the death of a god and his glorious domain. Which is probably an allusion to Nietzsche, like, God is dead and we killed him and all the rest of it. But Nietzsche wasn't celebrating. But this one obviously looks a little bit celebratory to me. I would take a firing squad, which is still allowable in some states, Yeah, firing squad is still allowable. Like Utah, I think, has the option for firing squad. Utah, yeah. So shout out to Joseph Smith.
Wild.
Yeah. Watch as they serve. Watch as they bow. Kai's like, what? Bring back public executions? Yes, she's saying that. I'm not saying that.
I'm not necessarily saying bring back public executions. What I'm saying is, when we're making these decisions to kill people, when because you're saying there are still some places where that's legal. I feel like people are too far separated from what's going on to actually make the decision. You know what I mean? Like,
agree.
So if you don't even know what that really entails, and you're just like envisioning whatever it is that you want to envision inside of your head to justify us saying we're gonna make the decision for God and we're gonna send this person off, like you're up to that level and you're doing it all behind closed doors so people don't actually see what's going on. Like, why? What are we doing? Maybe we shouldn't be doing this. So that's what I'm saying.
27 states still have the death penalty.
That's why
only
I
majority. I knew it.
That's wild.
I mean, you're saying that now. But if the dude is jammed up and we find out that he raped and murdered a 5-year-old, like, get the fuck out of here.
No,
bro.
I know. I totally hear what you're saying.
I do it myself.
But if
Like,
you look at the situation and you say, this side of eternity is for deciding how you're going to spend the rest. And so the person makes these horrible decisions, then like they could find redemption before they die, but we end up just killing them and sending them off because we say that they're...
Yeah, they better find redemption.
Yeah.
They better find redemption before...
I don't think we should...
Before,
Well,
look,
I certainly don't want to be sending people off. I don't think we should be doing that.
If that's the concern, you know, the person finding redemption, it's like, well, there's a trial, you know, there's you being put on death row, there's your appeals. I mean, the fact of the matter is, from a theological perspective, you getting condemned to death is actually a mercy because you
could get more and more hardened.
Most people don't know that day when it's going to be over for them. Right?
Yeah.
So you know. So if you want to turn and repent and all the rest of it, you better do that shit. Now you've got an opportunity to be faced with the fact that you're objectively going to be gone tomorrow. So there you go. There's your time. Have at it. See what I'm saying?
Okay, but then
but if somebody touched my daughter, it's like, man.
Yeah, but then from the us standpoint,
I'm
like, who of us is worthy? Just like he said, whoever grab the first stone, whoever has been without sin, grab the first stone. How is this not different than that? Like, how can we, who've also, gone against God's
Are you
decrees,
serious? You use that's the paradigm.
Pull the lever to kill another human being.
I would have no problem.
No, biblically speaking, where's your justification?
If somebody harmed my daughters?
No, biblically speaking, what's your justification? That's what I'm saying.
I don't think that from a New Testament perspective you could ever justify the death penalty.
Yeah.
But I don't care. If somebody hurts my daughter, like, and the reason I'm saying that is because we had that experience.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm not going to sit here and pretend like if somebody actually, like somebody got, it went bad just because they were trying to set up a situation.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus you actually did that. Nah, bro, you'd be over for you, bro. You'd be dead, bro.
Yeah, but you know that's not following the teachings of Jesus.
100%.
Yeah.
I'd have to repent too. But you're going to die, bro. Folks going to die for sure. Mm-hmm. But like, no, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying for sure. I see what you're saying. I'm just not going to front and tell these people I'm a better person than I am.
I'm not saying what I would do in a given situation. I'm just saying.
But I think that's part of the song, which is like, this is the draw. This is the thing about human beings where there's always a draw, because the same horrible demon that convinced this guy to do whatever horrible thing he's going to do, Satanas, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Is the same one that would be like, hey man, that guy can't stay on the planet. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'd be like, that's true. He can't. Yep. And he's got to go.
Violence happens, which is the complete, opposite of love. So, and God is love. So it's like you're dispensing, you're actively pulling in dark stuff and pushing away God's love and light. So
yeah, it would be horrible for the rest of the people around me if something like that happened to my daughters and I didn't make that right. Like, it would be a nightmare.
That's because you're underestimating what a spiritually right outcome could look like or what it could do to the kids.
I agree. It's like I always say to the kids, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I
see. You're saying, look,
You know?
I already know all that, but I'm choosing to do something else. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta go, bro. Old Sparky, whatever the fuck. You're gonna die. You know, it's not gonna be a good death either. For real. Watch as they serve. Watch as they bow. Hiding in the shadows of the offspring of the night.
Yeah, so it basically sounds like these things end up taking over and they're ruling us. Watch as they serve, watch as they bow, like so.
Well, there's that resentment for people who serve God. Like, it's the idea that... Because I think people have this idea that God is like us, only stronger, smarter, more intelligent, a little bit older. Mm-hmm. Right? So it's like, when you talk about divine simplicity, like, we have knowledge versus God is knowledge. Mm-hmm. We have love versus God is love. Mm-hmm. We have power versus saying God is power. Mm-hmm. Like, we don't understand categorically how different he is from us.
Yeah.
And so the idea that we should work and serve God or praise and worship God, people who haven't interfaced with the real love of God or had an experience with God, get angry about that. Because they're like, why should somebody who's just a bit older, just a bit smarter, just a bit more knowledgeable, yes, he created us, sure, but why does that give him the right to have us as worshipers? You know, your parents made you. They don't demand worship from you. It's like, your parent is not God. Like, we are metaphors, images of God. We're not God, and we don't understand where the gap. We don't understand the gap.
Yeah.
So for the gap itself alone, God is worthy of worship, just because of how far away everything is. But the Christian God is pretty unique because he did something pretty extreme to earn worship. Right? Like, going to earth and living among nasty, ungrateful human beings and dying for the sins of humanity, and then, you know, like, he did something to earn to make himself worthy of worship, which is a pretty mind-boggling thing. Yeah. And so, but people who
to make himself worthy of worship, sound crazy.
People who don't have the understanding of the cross and what actually happened, they don't get what happened. Yeah. They're looking on the outside being like, what is wrong with you people? Like, you guys are like slaving away to this deity who's just a little bit older and smarter and stronger than you. Like, okay, thank you for making me. I'm gonna go over here now. You see what I'm saying? And so I understand that kind of resentment. Like I said, I was listening to one of my old things. And like, a lot of people don't understand this. Like, the end game of redemption in the biblical sense is not escape from hell. And it's not even like a clean conscience, which is amazing. It says, those he predestined, he called. Those he called, he justified. Those he justified, he glorified. So, like, the glory of God's subjects is the ultimate reason he sent Christ down to be crucified naked. And so, like, this sort of inversion of, like, this is the God I'm worshiping. Like, the God who is so crazy about getting me glory that he would do that to his own son. Yeah. You know, Paul says, like, we're put on display before men and angels and all. Like, Paul had a sense of the cosmic entities that were familiar with what was going on in the affairs of men. And so here you have Christ, who is also... So it's like, of course, for me, it's like God went too far. You know what I'm saying? And like earning the worship. Like, what are you talking about? Like, but if you don't have that understanding, then of course people worshiping God doesn't make any sense. Or God wanting to be worshipped doesn't make any sense. But it's like, if you would just pause for 1 second and think, if you were the ultimate being, what would be the nomenclature of the relationship? Well, it's very simple. It's like, I want us to love one another. Well, what do you call the expressions of love between the loved and the beloved? We call that romance. Well, what do you call the expressions of love between a creature and a creator? That's called worship. That's all.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're in a relationship.
Yeah, and the thing is, anytime anybody sees anything that they think is absolutely unbelievably amazing, they start to worship it. Put your hands up, you start going up, obsessing about
Especially
it.
as metalheads.
Yeah, like all of this. So
Especially as metalheads.
So
yeah.
it's like, okay, so
and you can't stop talking about it either.
Yeah, so all of a sudden, like, he's bringing you to the point where it's like, okay, the creator, the God of everything, he's like, you can come face to face with me, and you will worship. Like, that's because it's like, well, what else would you do? Like, there's this amazing, yeah, so I don't know. It's an interesting way of looking at it, and just because it raises you up instead of people looking at it like it puts you down lower.
Yeah.
But it actually exalts you. Like you said, it brings you to the point of glory.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll be like him because we'll see him as he is.
Yeah.
John says.
Yeah.
So, but if you're outside of that and you don't understand that, and you don't understand God's from the beginning desire to bring man up, let's make man in our image and after our likeness and give them dominion over everything. Right?
Yeah.
And then the first words our parents heard from God was, be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth and subdue it.
Yeah.
Rule. If you don't understand that, between Genesis 1 and at the end of Revelation where God says, hey, you're going to sit with me on the throne of the universe and we're going to rule this thing together forever. If you don't understand that, and then all the stuff in the middle about God saying, be humble, don't be like that, be a good guy, love your neighbor. It's like, yeah, he doesn't want trust fund babies. Like, you're going to inherit the universe one day. Don't be a dick. That's why he tells you to be humble, and that's why he tells you to serve other people.
But it's also that it's in doing those things that you then understand more about your master, your leader, your whatever you call, So it gives you an interesting angle because, like talking to my kid tonight, and we're talking about, taking more than is yours, your share, and not caring about other people around you, and like in going in this discussion, he was like, why would I ever take like the worst one for myself? Like, why would somebody do that? And then I talked about how Jesus said, for the joy that was set before him, he endured the cross. So it was that there was something great that was coming from that experience that he was looking toward and he was headed for. So he was able to endure how difficult it was. But anyway.
No, that's good. 9.4. 9.4.
I'm going to give this one I definitely like rock influences in stuff. It gives it more of like an 80s sound to it, and I think I like that. So I'm going to give this one, you got a 9.4. I would give this one a 9.
All right. Do you think the incarnation would have happened if Adam and Eve didn't sin?
You believe that Adam and Eve could have not sinned?
No.
Oh.
But Hunter asked me that question that way.
Oh.
Probably. I think that was always the goal. All right, guys, here we go. Soilwork, Bulletbeast.
Yeah, Bulletbeast. Okay. Misery Biz says Bulletbeast. Okay, so this is for the epic underground whose leader is Archero. Bulletbeast by Soilwork is the winner of our
Soilwork.
I said Soilwork.
You said Soilwork.
Soilwork is the winner of our.
You laughed so evilly there.
Is the winner of our snubbed bands poll. This poll featured well-known bands that surprisingly have never been reviewed on your channel. So we're the snubs.
We've snubbed them. Yeah, because we're in total control of the bands that we review.
Yeah, wow.
We haven't been since like year 1.
Okay.
But go ahead.
So, they've never been reviewed on your channel. Tonight, we remedy that oversight for Soilwork, a popular melodic death metal band from Sweden who have been playing for nearly 30 years. And with a dozen albums in their name, this song was nominated by Fally.
All right.
Let's check it out.
Here we are. Shout out to the big homie Fally. Soilwork
Let's do it.
Bulletbeast, let's do it. Soilwork. Unfortunately, the Alliance leaders did not do a very good job, so this is the only time we've heard them before.
Yep. All right.
Dwayne, are you playing in the Miami Vice reboot? And how many Miami Vice reboots are there? And how come you did not invite us to these auditions? I need to be invited, Dwayne. If I auditioned, I would get the role immediately. So would, this one here. I mean,
I don't believe there's...
My God. My God. All right. What?
You're cute. Appreciate it. Okay. So we have... What's your take on this one?
Well, he says, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the mightiest of them all? Every little question.
Yeah, here it is.
None who will be answered. Staring at the Bulletbeast, pointing his gun. Killing. There's nothing in my seeing what's wrong. Running. Or is it just that I'm fearing? In fears, for your lives, your screams like a pig. Thrilling, my pulse will go up and yours will go down. Why? I'm out for the quest. I'm in for the quest. There's no turning back once you've tried. Why? You're all laid to rest. The bullet is sent by the king. Once again, I'll tell you, my friend, don't trust anything you'll see. Red rum overdose, telling no lies. My trigger finger is divine. It just looks like if an active shooter made a rock song.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're definitely like... Yeah.
He says, hate lights, aim at the chest, fire at will, a lesson in pain, waiting for vengeance, chasing my footsteps not to be found, instruction and structure unknown, but he will proceed. It's just, yeah, I agree. It sort of sounds like somebody that's going to do some sort of a shooting. At the same time, you almost see like this, the lesson is in pain. That's what the lesson is, a lesson in pain, waiting for vengeance. So it seems like he's making one choice after the other. One is, it's something's painful, and then there's going to be vengeance that he's going to take. And are you getting that? What happened? Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the mighty?
Red rum is Ben wants you to know.
Oh, that's right. It's murder backwards. I forgot about that.
I was just joking, but apparently you had the right instinct, Ben.
What?
Ben said red rum is murder backwards, if you didn't already know.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
So that's why I was saying, like,
yeah.
I was joking, because I'm like, of course you... And then you're like, oh, yeah, that's right, that's... Go ahead.
Oh my gosh, okay. All right, well, so go ahead, tell me more.
Dwayne, we need to be called. The next time there's an audition in Florida, and we're not called, you will be banned from the village. We continue. So...
Privileges revoked.
Revoked. You have indigenous privilege, Dwayne.
Oh my gosh, Oats Monkey, you were here a long time ago.
Yeah, he's talking about Chip.
Yeah, that was a sad loss.
It's true. I agree. Yeah, so it just looks like... What was that we were looking at? We were watching a thing, and I said one of the things was about all the guns that were so ubiquitous in America. That was No Country for Old Men. That was like one of the sub-themes I had for the movie.
Yeah.
That doesn't really get emphasized. It's just like the access. And it's really interesting, too. It's like, right now in Maine, it's getting weird. Yeah. But, like, I don't want to say ever since we left. It's so stupid. But, like, there's been a lot of gunfire. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, technically, we were still there.
A lot of drive-by.
They had one of them.
But it's like there's a bunch of them now. Like,
yeah, it's weird.
Dudes getting confiscated with 30-30s, all type of shit. It's like,
it's weird, for sure. Like, yeah.
And Maine is a concealed carry state. Right, so you don't register and all the rest of it. And so the logic is, if you're in a concealed carry state and people know you're in a concealed carry state, that means there's a high likelihood that everybody could have a gun, and therefore the gun crime is going to decrease significantly. And the exact opposite has happened since the concealed carry stuff went live in Maine. Like,
yeah,
it's been bad, man. It's been bad. And like, there was one in broad daylight, and I don't know if it's like a gang initiation now, but like dudes are actively out there, you know, shooting. And it's something that Americans are acclimated to, I think, or not acclimated to, but I don't know if we're acclimated or we're desensitized. But to this day, I mean, I'm probably not a good example, but everywhere I go, I'm like, okay, here are the exits, here are the whatever. If this happened, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's top of mind for me for sure.
I mean, in one sense, you could look at that and you could say that you're, hyper vigilant, that you're prepared, you're like, on for safety, and then another view could be like that's a trauma response. To even be in a room and be thinking about exit strategies if somebody comes in with a weapon, like the very fact that your mind on the regular has to go there, like what sort of environment, you know what I'm saying?
No, how is that a trauma response? If
I'm saying the
environmentally.
No. I'm saying
that could very
not
much
that
happen.
it's a trauma. I'm saying the fact that you're in a room thinking about exits in case there's a shooter means that there is some level of trauma that has to be normalized, because that shouldn't be normal. Like I remember ever since I was a kid going to a movie theater and watching in case there was a shooter that came in. Like I remember doing that when the couple times we went to the theater. So like the fact that we here in America that's a thing. Like, there are some places where it's like, well, somebody could come in with a knife, or you know what I mean? But like over here,
right.
Like the fact that since we've been kids, we've been looking out for in case there's an active shooter or there's a whatever is wild.
It's just last like 3 or 4 days ago, this dude.
I'm saying, so we are traumatized people that we accept that as a.
This dude had got out of jail. His girlfriend broke up with him. He went to a church, asked where his girlfriend was. They said, we don't know. He shot up 2 women randomly, killed them. And then he didn't make it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, oh, I'm mad. Oh, my girlfriend isn't here. All right.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
and there's really nothing you could do. And even if you have your own weapon, like, you're still reacting because, like, you're not a murderer, so you're not going to go and say, hey, you look weird.
Right.
Like, so I do think that there's some sort of collective, I don't know what the adjective to describe it is, collective trauma, maybe, possibly. I mean, if you love your country and people are constantly getting mowed down, and the worst part is by your own countrymen.
Yeah.
Like, of course it's going to fuck you up.
Yeah, our kids, planes go overhead. They're excited about the plane going by, but there are some places where they've been so traumatized by what's been flying over them and dropping bombs on them that when they see that, it's a traumatizing experience. So they're looking for the skies for that. Our kids look for just planes going by. So I would think the same thing is true. If you should be in an environment where you feel safe and relaxed to watch a film, that you're just trying to get entertainment, which the idea of that is to not think and just be able to, you're in that environment and you have to be watching exits and wondering if an active shooter is going to pop off, like that's in the back of our heads. That means that there's some sort of weird trauma going on.
We don't think about this a lot. I'm talking about us specifically, but the day that there was an active shooter in the state of Maine, we were supposed to be at the site where it happened.
Right.
Like, you brought it up.
Yeah.
And I just said, I thought about it, and I said, nah. And if we would have been there, like, for sure, it'd have been over with.
I said, let's just take the kids to the
bowling alley.
Yeah, and you said no.
I thought about it. Then I said,
I feel like I also thought about just taking them myself, but didn't.
And that would have been
it. Oh my God. Because we have so many.
We have so many, and it would have been the first time, and they'd have been running all over the place. I don't think about that a lot, but that's a
yeah. Yeah. That's true. I don't think about that one a lot either, but that's actually a pretty cool dad moment though. Like, I mean, it's scary when you think about, like, yeah, like, we almost went, but, like, a really cool, like, father moment that you said no on the day that your whole family would have been over there.
Yeah, like, I said no because we weren't going to be able to control those kids.
Right. One of them in particular.
Yeah, and, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a good father moment for me at all. You know,
why?
Like, I think that's one of the reasons that like motivated. Like I wanted to get that guy so bad.
Oh.
Like, I really wanted to get that guy. Like I
Yeah.
personally wanted him. You know what I mean? I was on the phone with my brother, and he's like, "Yo, man, like be careful." Yeah, and I'm like, "Yeah." You know, it was just that was a really ugly night that night, man.
Jason.
That was a really ugly night. They fucking sent that. Anyway, I don't want to get into it, but I just don't think about it a lot. But like, that's tough. It's a very crazy thing to deal with, and that's why it's like it makes me like as a parent I'm like, okay, just keep everybody inside, you know what I'm saying? Like I've got teenagers, they're all working now, and I'm just like,
I know,
you know, but it's like they gotta get out there, and you can't be a paranoid parent and blah blah blah. And
I mean, it's definitely increasing my prayer life because there's so much that's, you know, out of your hands when you have so many kids. You know. Yeah, Amy, I wanted to go because we had been in hotels for a while. I wanted to get the kids out of the hotel because you got to keep them quiet. You know, you don't want to disturb everybody around. If you get too rowdy, then they, you know, then obviously they're not happy that people have to get moved around. But when you've got that many kids and you're in, you know, so man, so we were all in one spot. We were trying to make our exit from Maine. We had some complications. Anyway, all that's going on, and then this active shooter. So I'm thinking, hey, let's get out of this situation. Let's go to the bowling alley. Obviously, like I have memories at this bowling alley growing up, not like as a child, but like at a certain age. So it's cool to like bring your kids to places where you were, like to have that like time warp crossover type situation when they're running around doing the same things you were is cool. But so I brought it up to him. I'm like, hey, let's go over there. And he was like, and it wasn't even the way you said it wasn't even like aggressive or like whatever. You were just like, it looked like you were just like, nah, like you just weren't gonna do it. Like it wasn't. Maybe it was like that sort of thing where it's like you envision all of what could go on while you're there, and all the variables come into your mind at the same time, and then you're like, we're not doing that. Was it like one of those?
Yeah, it was 2 or 3 days removed from a marathon kind of driving session, and I just didn't want to chase around Razor, to be honest with you.
Right.
I was, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, it's not a good idea. And that place where it happened was 2 minutes away, literally, from where we lived.
Yeah.
Before we moved. So
like the setup of this bowling alley is like horrible too.
I mean, no disrespect. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. But like,
okay.
But my point is like, I don't think about it a lot.
Yeah.
But like,
me neither.
The fact that it was that close.
Yeah.
And you know how my life goes. Like, we would have lost folks. You know
for
what I'm saying?
sure.
And so, yeah, it's just fucked, man. It's just really crazy. It's just crazy to me that somebody can randomly make these decisions that affect so many people. Like, fucking shoot yourself, man, and get the fuck out of here. Why would you? Ugh.
It was interesting because I heard it was like, I heard it was about a girl. I don't know if that was true. He was trying to find. It wasn't that at all?
No.
That was the first thing that came out.
That guy was the weapons sergeant.
Then that came. That's
and
right.
He went to the VA and said, "Hey, I'm hearing voices that tell me to hurt myself and other people." That's right. And they talked to him for 20 minutes and then sent him home. And then 2 days later, he went and blasted all those people. And it's fucked, man.
That's right. That's... Jeez.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Solid 9 for me.
Okay, this is a 7.2 for me.
Yeah, so I want to get the fuck away from this song.
Yeah, 7.2 for me on this one. Soilwork Bulletbeast is what it was. Wow. Okay. Interesting night, you guys. We had, 2 of our alliances working together, creating this stream. Don't worry, we have more streams coming up. I believe we have one tomorrow night.
We have Fernando! That's at
tomorrow?
7 EST, right?
Right.
7 p.m. EST, dear listener.
I believe you're actually correct.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, well, you can see this post.
We'll let you guys know. We'll let you
7
guys...
p.m. probably Eastern Standard Time is probably the time. Be there or be square.
Dwayne says this is a 2. Dwayne did not invite us to, what do you call it?
Yeah, to any of his...
auditions, because he
Nothing.
knows that we will get the roles. We'll
Right.
get all the roles.
Right.
They'll have to rewrite the script because, like...
You know what they'll do? It doesn't matter. Whatever parts that Dwayne has, they'll either dress me up to look like Dwayne or dress you up to look like Dwayne. We're going to take your parts, Dwayne. That's what he's worried about.
Yep. That's exactly right. He's afraid.
Yeah, scared.
He's afraid.
All right, so we have 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow is going to be, well, really technically today it's 1 a.m. is going to be our Fernando and Stacy stream. So
Fernando!
The family's coming through. We're gonna eat tacos that are, virtual.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna have virtual tacos in this
Yeah,
bitch.
we're gonna.
Are you gonna cook any?
Well, that's what I was like when you responded like that. I was like, oh, maybe I'll be cooking some tacos. Who knows? Are you in the mood for tacos?
Yeah, if you're gonna cook them. What's going on, Dwayne? Is it all actiony as well? Right? Miami Vice. They're gonna look at my background and be like, "Oh, there you go."
Here you are.
Yeah. I'll be the consultant. Yeah, shit. I'll be the ballistics consultant in that bitch. We can go in there. And, hey guys, okay.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow night,
I'm
7 p.m.
afraid
Eastern
of
Standard
nothing.
Time.
Yeah, you're afraid of something. I didn't say you were afraid of nothing.
You're afraid
you said
of
you're afraid of something.
You're afraid of a 3.5.
Yeah.
That's why it's still traumatizing you in your
Yeah,
name
you're
there.
afraid of this fake indigenous person taking your role.
Fake indigenous person. All right, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Good day.
We'll see you guys later on today, actually. In 4K 60. Is Sori a good cook? She's literally the best cook you'll ever meet in your life. Honestly. Like, not even close. Not even close.
Even when he's mad at me, he still grabs my plate of food.
Oh, wow. I mean, let's not take the shit too far. I'm rarely mad at her.
Bullshit.
So,
I call bullshit.
rarely mad at her. Vin out!
Sorry, Al.